so many times over the past 4 years.
You know, at this level.
I actually get dreary. First of all, I want to say that under the constitution of ODM, and actually under the law, the accounting officer of ODM is the Secretary General. So please, don't try and bring this thing of, a confidential note by the party leader and so on and so forth. Because one of the things that... just a minute.
Just hold on, Senator.
Let me speak. One of the things that we at ODM realized that, first of all, Raila has a generally good heart. He's a very good person. And if you find him on a good day, when he's just chilling, you can extract concessions from him because of his good nature. But we at the political party leadership, it is our responsibility to ensure that people do not take advantage of the goodness of Raila Odinga. So here's what the truth is. Number one, we asked our brothers in NASA, because they were making all this noise that we owed them money, to show us the legal basis for the claim of the money. And as we speak today, Sam, they have never been able to show us the legal basis why they were claiming this money from. And this is, it is drawn from a simple fact. Number one, we have had these arguments only after the 2017 election. True or false? In the previous elections, we didn't have any problem with the question of money. Let me finish. 2017. Let me finish. So in 2017, there's something peculiar that happened. Yeah? When the registrar is calculating the money that goes to the political parties, she takes cumulatively all the votes that have come to the political party from the presidential candidate all the way to the MCA candidates, right?
Right.
So our partners, because they contributed, they can argue that they contributed to the presidential vote, they were entitled to a share of that amount that we received by virtue of the presidential election. In 2017, we go to the Supreme Court and the presidential election of August 9th is annulled. And the registrar tells us that there is no way, there's no legal basis for her to calculate the fund, including the votes of August 8th. So ODM does not receive any money by virtue of the votes that came through the presidential election, which they can claim that they contributed. Number two, they claim that, so after that was settled, they climbed down and said, but there is a clause that says you can look at the contribution of the political parties to the strength of the coalition in the House. So what is the strength of the coalition in the House? The strength of the coalition is the number of people who are elected on the coalition's various political parties' tickets in the House. So when they get to that particular point, we ask them, but my brother, how is it that you can claim contribution to the strength of the coalition in the House when by virtue of your refusal to hold joint nominations, we actually lost seats? And the classic example is seats like Langata that we lost. When Sifuna ran for Senate in 2017, I had a Wiper opponent who got 60,000 votes, which if they were with Sifuna, the calculation for the money that comes to ODM would actually be higher, and they would have a claim to it. So we were harangued for 4 years, and they spoiled our names in the media and everywhere, until the party leader got to a place and said, let's give these people what they want. By the way, Sam, the calculation they're talking about came from them. We only adjusted it now, and we said, okay, let's look at the contribution of each political party to the strength of the coalition in the House. And then it came down to which financial years are we talking about? Because what was the subsistence of the coalition in 2021, 2022? The coalition is dead. So we were talking about 2 financial years, 2017, 2018, and 2018, 2019. This money, Sam, was received and utilized in those financial years. It's not that we have a silo of money where we keep so that when you come with a claim, we just remove 80 million and we give you. We are also waiting for the exchequer to put us in funds. We can't just, there's no, it was used. So when we finished the calculations, let me show you, because I have the documents here, and Mutula is afraid to go before a priest, because he knows I'm telling you. Yeah? The percentage share of the political parties, after we arrived at the figure that is received by virtue of the members of parliament of ODM. By the way, they don't add the money that from the votes that Mutula received as a member of the coalition. No, it's just ODM MPs, right? So out of that money, 61% goes to ODM, 18% to Wiper, 11% to Amani, and 9% to Ford Kenya. So those figures, Wiper 18% is 25 million shillings.
For which year?
For the financial year 2018-2019, when they can claim that they were part of the coalition.
So that's what you paid?
That was paid. So what I owe you is for the second year of 2020-2021. and I have to wait for the exchequer to put me in funds because this money was expended.
But the document that ODM shared earlier had a total of 70.4 million shillings owed to Wiper.
That's what I'm telling you. For the financial year 2018-2019, it is 25 million shillings. The rest is for the next year. I don't know if you understand. Because, because also, Sam, the monies that were coming to ODM from the register of political parties are not the same figure.
Okay.
You must understand that because after we went to court, by the way, which they never helped us do, you know, we fought for this money on our own, and luckily we started pressuring Parliament, and Parliament allocated some amount towards settlement of that debt. So the figure for 2020-2021 that came to us from the register of political parties is higher than the previous year. That is why you will have a higher amount for that particular financial year.
So you haven't cleared whatever they're claiming because you don't...
Yeah, immediately we disburse because the money was not just there waiting for you.
Wow. Let's listen.